Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a month and a half ago, I stood on this stage talking about my project for Area 15 contest themed Moments That Move. I spoke about preparation, structure, and how every role player was carefully selected and ready. Everything was clear, everything was organized, everything was under control, or I thought it was. I thought of myself as an architect. I had a blueprint, and I thought leadership was about building a perfect machine. Then came the contest day. We arrived early. Everything looked perfect until it didn't. One of the timers withdrew. And then, few minutes before the contest, I received another message. The car of the chief judge broke down. At that moment, I had no time. There was no time to go back to the plan, no time to check notes, no time to prepare. The architect in me wanted to panic because the blueprint was tearing at the edges. But I had a choice, not as a planner, but as a leader. Do I panic or do I move? So we moved. We reorganized materials, we adjusted, we adapted, and 10 minutes later, the chief judge walked in, calm, composed, with a smile on her face, after taking an Uber just to make sure the contest wouldn't be delayed. In that situation, in that moment, I realized something. Leadership is not about having a perfect plan. It's about what you do when your plan stops being perfect. But that was not the only surprise. As we were preparing inside, people started arriving. More people, and more. None of them were on the invitation list. The organized room was overflowing. We were out of chairs, out of space, and for a second, out of breath. But in Toastmasters, we don't turn people away, we welcome them. And that's when I stopped being an architect and started becoming a witness. I watched my team transform, not into a role player, but into problem solvers. People who stepped up without being asked. People who carried the moment together. The original version of the story says we were well prepared. But the truth was we were well connected. We were not just following a script. We were taking care of each other. And the result? A smooth contest, a beautiful experience, and yes, results we were all proud of. But that was not the moment that moved me the most. What moved me was what happened after. The following day, our area director, Toastmaster Shafraz al-Mubarak, was not celebrating. He was listening, taking notes, asking for feedback, trying to understand the experience from every single person. That taught me something powerful. Leadership does not stop when the event ends. It continues in reflection. And then, another moment. Right there, during the contest, we were recognized for what we had been building over time. Our club had become the best performing club for 3 years in a row and had earned the Smedley Award. At that moment, it wasn't just a recognition. It was a reflection of what had been happening behind the scene. And yes, that made me proud, but not because of the prize itself. Because behind that recognition was a team that showed up again and again. A team that made those achievements possible. And it was so clear that plans give direction, but people make the difference. I used to believe leader's job was to avoid any mistakes. But now I know that leader's job is to build a team so strong that when things go wrong, we don't panic. When I look at our achievements, I don't see numbers. I see people. I see effort. I see commitment. I see contestants as they prepare their words. I see a community built in small moments of support. A month and a half ago, I gave you a plan. Today, I give you a reality. The blueprint is just a paper. But people, you are the masterpiece. When the chair ran out, we did not panic. When the car broke, we did not stop. When the plan fell apart, we did not freeze. We moved. And those were the moments that truly moved us.